As we've been reporting, Hurricane Isaias caused major flooding in Puerto Rico Friday. The storm is forecasted to hit the Bahamas and parts of Florida over the weekend before making its way up the East Coast. Florida has already shut down its state-run coronavirus testing sites until Wednesday in anticipation. CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli joins me now. So, Jeff, we just got the new advisory from the National Hurricane Center. What's changed?
There are some big changes, actually, and I'm not surprised by them. First of all, it's starting to get itself better organized. Hurricane hunters were out there earlier and starting to get it back together. It had weakened a little bit this morning. Number two, and this is really important, the track is now right almost up along the Florida coast. Now, earlier, it looked as though that the center of the storm may pass over, let's say, Grand Bahama Island, maybe around Freeport or so. Now it's shifted, as much as 30 to 50 miles west of that, and it takes the hurricane force winds very close to the Florida coast. And it could still strengthen. Right now, the winds are 75, 80, so it's a minimal Cat 1. It's likely to strengthen to a strong Cat 1. It may even become a Category 2. But even if we're forecasting Cat 1, we always tell folks to prepare for one category higher. So get ready. You may lose power. Trees may, fall. Power lines may fall, and that means you may be without power for days. And in Florida, that is never good because you lose air conditioning in the middle of summer.
And so, Jeff, we're looking at some graphics now. Give us the time frame here on the probable worst impacts for Florida. What's the critical time frame there? Obviously, residents need to be preparing now.
Yeah, oh, for sure. That's for sure. You have until, tonight, basically. Tomorrow morning, some squalls begin to move in South Florida. So Broward County, some in Miami-Dade, more so into Palm Beach County. The worst of it's going to be later tomorrow night into Sunday. But by late tomorrow, the strongest winds will be right up against the coast, maybe Palm Beach County, maybe the Treasure Coast. And eventually by Sunday, the worst winds will be near Cape Canaveral. So that basically means that you have to do the rest of your preparing today, or maybe early tomorrow morning. You have a little bit of a window to do kind of last-minute preparations. Hurricane force winds are mainly going to be out over the water, but they've edged closer to the coast, and now they may actually be up against some of the populated I-95 cities. Generally, though, mostly north of Fort Lauderdale. So we're talking, the worst impacts are going to be in Palm Beach County, so Boca Raton northward. And probably the worst of it is going to be around Cape Canaveral, just because that hangs out a little bit into the ocean. There could be some isolated fast-moving tornadoes as well. We tend to see that with landfalling hurricanes, so you always have to worry about that as well. So again, just to reiterate, this could actually make landfall in Florida now. It no longer looks like it's going to be headed east. It could be really close, if not an actual landfall, along Florida's east coast.
And so then what are we looking at after that? Where does the storm potentially go after that? Would it continue to strengthen, for instance?
It could. It depends upon if it moves over Florida, it will weaken. If it hugs the coast or stays east of that, the Gulf Stream, really warm waters right there. So it'll probably retain its intensity. Once it gets off Georgia and South Carolina, it begins to hook a little bit more northeast. It really moves over some of the warmest waters that we have. Water temperatures are a good 3 to 4 degrees above normal there. So it could either re-strengthen or at least maintain its intensity. So there's a chance, there's a window of opportunity before it hits likely North Carolina, maybe South Carolina, that it could strengthen, to a Cat 2. It's not out of the question, out of the realm of possibilities. Next step is going to be New England, Long Island, maybe even New York City as we head into probably Tuesday. So it's Monday night for the Carolinas, late Monday, and then late Tuesday for the New York City, Long Island, Southeast New England area Tuesday night. And it, it's likely to be a tropical storm by then, although it's not out of the realm of possibilities for it to even be a hurricane, a very minimal one, just simply because water temperatures are so abnormally warm off of the coast of New England. Record-shattering, actually, water temperatures off of most of the East Coast.
And Jeff, does climate change play a role in that abnormally warm water?
Sure. The background oceans have warmed since 1900 by about 2 degrees or so, 1 to 2 degrees, depending upon if you're using Celsius or Fahrenheit. And so that is an extra layer of warming already. Warmer water temperatures really do, supply a lot of energy, kind of like steroids almost for storms. And just a couple of degrees of warmer water is not an incremental increase in energy. It's a lot more than that. It really can feed some very big systems. It's one of the reasons why we're off to such a crazy start with hurricane season. We're at a record pace. We just actually had Tropical Depression 10 named a couple of minutes ago. So we're soon to be probably up to the number 10 storm. We're way above record pace already. And it's likely to be, I'd say, the second most active hurricane season on record in the Atlantic Basin by the time it's all said and done.
All right. Jeff Berardelli for us. Jeff, I know it's going to be a busy weekend. Thank you so much, Jeff.
That's for sure. You're welcome.